What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. It's the Lore Games. Hold on, Andrew. We gotta. What's that? What's that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Dusty's not here tonight.
I was in the middle of saying something, and you cut
we
me
got a
off.
new sheriff.
Countdown.
Yes, we got a new sheriff in town.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
It does.
Right,
I got the hiccups. Of course, right before we go live, I get the hiccups. What's up? We got Zach. We got Avery. We got Andrew. We got Doc. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Wonderful day. Wonderful day.
Yeah.
It is happy birthday to Zach and happy birthday to Ramel.
Yeah.
I don't know why Ramel did not want to spend his birthday with other sweaty guys.
Yeah. Why?
You know.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, just in person.
I don't want to know.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'm very happy.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Did my taxes today. It's all done. Done, paid for, good to go. I can move on with the rest of my life.
Oh shit.
Until the next time they want more of what's yours.
Yep. Well, what's so cool about my accountant is when I called to set up the appointment, the girl in the front desk says to me, she says, "How long does it usually take them to do your taxes?" I said, "Yeah, about 10 minutes. It's the half hour of catching up that we have to do." Because I only see her once a year, you know. And we did that this time as well, caught up. I told her all the stuff that's going on. She's very excited about the retirement. She was excited about the daughter's wedding. She's very excited about everything that's going to be happening for me. So very thrilled. Because literally she was there at the beginning of my company. And that was after I had retired from my other job, or my other job went away, and I'd gotten an influx of cash, and I was ready to start the next chapter in my life, working on my books, opening a store. And then that went sideways, and then went back to work. Other things happened, opened the store at the flea market and built it from scratch. And she's been there the entire time, you know, getting the updates and seeing what's happening. And when I told her that I'm retiring from the day job, but that doesn't mean I'm not working. It does not mean I'm stopped working. And she's very excited. So very excited for me, I should say.
Cool.
Good.
And I need to do my taxes.
I don't know if she was being nice or not, but she told
taxes
me
are for pussies.
I'm one of her favorite customers.
Taxation is theft.
Taxation is theft. I like to do my taxes in the nude just to relax me. At H&R Block.
What they really appreciate is when you do your taxes and you send your forms, hold it up inside of a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
That'll get you. That'll get a knock at your door.
No, I just want them to get there in mint condition. I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually had mine.
Slab them.
I actually had mine in a comic book bag and board. Had all my paperwork in the bag and board.
You should send it in that way.
No, she takes care of sending everything in. I just bring all my stuff to her.
I'll tell you what. I think that's a great idea. I think Zach has a great idea. We should at one time we should. I should send it in slabbed and graded.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, dude. In that sealed case.
You're right. That's what I mean. Like it's there. They got it. You know, you just have to crack it open. I mean, I was just trying to make sure it gets to you safely. I don't see the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my wife's gonna whoop my ass if I don't get the taxes done like this week or next week.
Well, business taxes are due March 15th, tomorrow. So if you haven't filed your extension,
boo.
No, I'm just a sole proprietor, freelance guy. So.
Well, actually, my accountant was very happy with me because I actually saved $12 because I scheduled the appointment before tax day, which meant they didn't have to file an extension for me. So I saved $12 because they didn't have to file an extension for me.
That's good.
That's very nice of them. They actually, on the 15th of March, they automatically file the extensions for everybody if you haven't already made arrangements to come in and get your taxes done. So
Mm.
just so happens I
Doing
came in right.
Well, I'm doing
And
my-
this is the most boring conversation we've had. We need to start talking about
Yeah, welcome to Lore Games. Where we talk about taxes.
we need to talk about popcorn buckets.
We talk. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Man, I couldn't get my costume. I tried. I told my wife, I was like, babe, I'm making it. It just didn't happen. If I had like 2 more days, I would have rocked the popcorn bucket costume at Comic-Con.
Oh,
Because I have it all figured out in my head. At least how to make a shitty one. One that would work. But
Oh man.
Well, the
No,
wife
it's
and I
just-
went and saw the movie, and it was actually pretty good. We enjoyed it.
oh gosh,
I
need to
really
see
want to
it.
see it. I loved that first Dune
Well,
movie.
The smart thing that we did is we actually watched part 1 the night before, so we were refreshed and ready to go.
Mhm.
So
We just finished or caught up. We've been watching that For All Mankind show. And just finally finished out the 4th season last night. Man, it's so good.
which show is this? I don't think I've heard of it.
For All Mankind, it's on Apple. So it's like a slight alternate history of the space program.
Okay.
And as it goes along, it diverges more and gets a little more into sci-fi, but all very realistic. But so if you're into like politics and you're well versed in everything that happened from the late 60s to the 80s and politics, every season they'll do a montage. There'll be the news reporters, and you'll pick up the little pieces where, instead of one president, was elected before, or one of the candidates, instead won the presidency, and just how little variations and little ripples were made. But man, it's so good. It's the writing's excellent, the cast is excellent, and I just got sucked up in that show big time. And it's Ronald D. Moore, by the way, is executive producer. So Battlestar Galactica,
Oh, right.
and longtime Star Trek: The Next Generation writer. It's a Ronald D. Moore production, so really well done. I couldn't more highly recommend it. I found a
Okay.
new show. I found another new show, guys. Hold on, let me see if I can find a trailer and not get us banned.
Yeah, I know. Last week's show got banned, dude. I gotta re-edit. It's like I gotta re-edit it because it was a good show, but then it just takes too damn long to do.
Crap, what is this called? This is amazing too. Hold on, give me just a minute to find it. Can't remember what it's called.
Well, that's okay. While you're
Yeah.
finding it, Heritage Auction is having one of their major signature series sales coming up, which is that's when they have just insane books, and they put all their big heavy hitters into one quarterly thing. So every quarter they have a signature series drop. Usually there's 3 big ones. So the first big one of the year is coming up. It's on now. The pages are insane, insane. And of course there's your Spider-Man #1, your Superman #1, First Action Comics #1, all that stuff. But the pages are just insane. So I'm getting that ready now. I'm assuming we'll watch it. We'll do that. That's more of a Friday thing. And I know that Zach wanted to talk about what we should do for the next Lore Games. We have the heist, which we completed. Lore Gaming, we have to set it up for actual production, which we will probably talk about. So that'll be coming up tonight as well. Doc, you got it, or
Yep.
go for it.
Did you
Go for it.
see, the people that do that? Is it Critical Role? The show Critical Role. They just released their own rule set for their own RPG system.
Yeah. I've seen.
It's like 2D20 or something like that only.
Okay,
It's
I've seen. Maybe it was theirs. I saw some criticism against the early development, but I know they were just playtesting it.
Yeah, they still are, but they just did some sort of announcement yesterday. Maybe they
right
kind of
on.
advanced that.
Right
Yeah,
on.
it's like 2D20. You roll kind of almost it's like a positive and a negative kind of trait. Each one represents a positive and a negative. So I don't know. I didn't really
That's
get into the
kinda
rule
cool.
set. Anyway, here's this thing if you want to pop it up. Oh my god. So preface, just a little bit. This is on, I guess, HBO Max.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll okay. I'll tell you a story about this.
About this?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear it?
Yep.
Okay.
This is Ozzy Nareen of the Demeter 227. I am seeking rescue. Is anybody out there?
Truth be told, I always thought I would die somewhere far away from home. But we're not just responsible for ourselves here.
Well, I hope you brought some comfortable shoes, Levi.
No, I don't have shoes.
This place.
This is probably gonna get us
really
banned.
makes
By the way.
sense. It's
Huh?
like a
Might get us
puzzle.
banned. We could pause it.
All right, I'll pause it.
Yeah. So the stuff that I want to tell you about, I can't do on stream. So it's a green room.
Okay, should I take this down? I don't want to like get us banned.
No,
but
I
look,
mean, I don't.
you
care.
can see. I'll skip through it. I'll skip through
Yeah.
some stuff. You can see like these environments. Like this reminds me. First of all, the voice cast is excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. The score is excellent. I enjoy the pacing. It's not over the top. There's minimal. It reminds me of like this like late 70s high like fantasy sci-fi long form animations that came out at the time, or like Wizards,
Yeah.
or something like that. It has these beautiful designed environments and creatures, and the way that they use them is almost like a techno organic-y kind of thing. They use these creatures as like they bop this one on the head that blows up, and they're able to like use it as a balloon. Just like some really inventive, like crazy, weird fantasy sci-fi stuff.
You're
And-
talking about the actual show because it came out.
The show, the
Yeah.
show itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only on like episode 3, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something. I absolutely love it. I think
Awesome.
it's fantastic. So I highly recommend it. You should definitely check it out. I'll
Very
go ahead and
cool.
take this down so we don't get zapped.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. It looks really good, and I've got a story, a deep lore about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's not something that I can share publicly.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the story consists of, or if it's good or bad, but the final product I think is really quite amazing.
Yeah. No, it looks amazing. They did a great job. 100%, they did a great job.
Visually, it looks a
there should
lot
be more
like,
animation like that.
it looks a lot like that comic series from Image, Prophet.
Yes, I love Prophet.
Yeah.
Prophet's one of my all-time favorite Image books.
They definitely took a different turn with that book after they took it out of the hands of Rob Liefeld.
It is true. Yeah. The Prophet comic series is one of my all-time favorites. It's just a stream of consciousness sci-fi thing, and I love it. Like, there's almost like it has a story, but you can tell, or at least it seems like you can tell that they just basically like a fever dream of a book. And it was like whatever they were thinking about. Hey, what's up, Ramel? Happy birthday, man.
What's up, birthday boy?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
Very much appreciated.
We
Yeah,
did
man.
not think you would come. We figured you'd be out partying or something.
I'm 48, so partying it's a bit of a stretch after a
Is
while.
it? I guess. Good. That's a good thing. We've lived many lives, man.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't stop us from celebrating. Hold on, I have a Ramel Davis theme song.
I think I know what this is before you even play it.
Huh?
I think I know what this is before you play it.
You do not know what this is. There is no way.
Okay.
If you know what this is, then we're too in sync. There is no way you've ever seen this. Because of this. Here, it's my birthday song to you. This is
Is it-
Ramel. This is the Ramel Davis theme song.
Is it Flint Flossie?
No, but that would be a good guess. Flint Flossie would be a
Flint
good guess.
Flossie.
Flint Flossie.
It's not Judas Priest, is it?
Oh hell no! But that would be an excellent one. That would be excellent.
Believe it or not, a friend of mine, that's my ringtone.
Is it really?
Yeah, whenever I call them because they heard the song in Kong versus Godzilla, when they're in the van and they're playing Judas Priest, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah.
And we were in a theater, and he says out loud, like, yeah, that's Romel. Everybody bust out laughing. I'm like, really?
Is it "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees? Because that would be a Romel song.
No.
Why is that my song?
Yeah, I'm curious. That actually,
In my heart, that's a Romel song. It's better than that bees ain't shooting whatever.
Wait, what was that again? Wait, what?
Who's spitting bars?
It's like Andrew's trying to explain gangster rap while he has a stroke.
Wait. Andrew, say that again. What was that? I missed it.
Say it.
No, never mind.
I'm trying to explain rap music while he's having a stroke.
Younger Junior hippity hop music.
No. I have a song, Romel. This is my Romel song. Romel, you're gonna love this because it cracks me up every time I hear it.
Yeah, okay.
It is called "Work That Ass for Daddy."
Oh God, this guy.
Yeah. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna move your face up because I want to see that birthday face because this is hilarious. All right, and he's really good too, which is even better. All right, tell me, just nod your head if you can hear it. Okay, here it goes.
All right.
That fat ass over here. I wanna get it.
I like that dude. I
wanna get it in my mouth. Oh, I wanna suck on your fat ass. Gotta suck on that ass, baby. I gotta suck on that ass, yo. I'm talking, yo. I wanna spread the ass apart, get my tongue in your ass. Eating on your ass, yo, I'm eating on you, eating on you, eating on your ass. I'm eating on your motherfucking ass. I wanna see it, baby, give me your ass, yo, the whole ass. I'm gonna eat it with my tongue and mouth, yo, you gotta do it. Work that ass for daddy. Oh, gotta work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Go ahead, baby girl. Gotta work it real good. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the juice, baby. Yo, I feel the juice in my mouth. Yo, the juice in your ass like Florida orange, baby. Yo, pulp free.
That's called diarrhea.
No, I need the pulp. Need a whole bunch of pulp in that goddamn ass. Yo, get on top of me. I see you. You're on top of me. I can't even see the rest of your body. Your ass is fat. Then you're sitting down, baby, on my face. I'm sucking your pussy and your ass in the same place. You gotta work that ass for daddy.
It's so good, but it's so
yes,
fucking
mine, bitch. Yes, it's mine. Gonna suck on it. Work that ass for daddy. You gotta work it,
what's
baby.
up,
Gotta
man?
work
How
it
you
good.
doing?
Love that ass. Gotta work that ass for daddy. You gotta work that
Going to the
ass.
Lifetime Fantasy Free Zone. The mustache tells it.
Welcome to adult fantasy. It's what you
It's
think.
not what you think, man.
But it is.
Happy birthday, Romel.
Happy birthday, Zach, too.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Yeah.
Birthday too?
Yeah, it's both of their birthdays.
2 for 1 Thursday.
That's right, 2 for 1 Thursday. Zach yesterday, Romel's is today.
Oh man.
Gotta give it to him.
Girl, work your goddamn ass. Work that
Yeah,
ass
man.
with daddy.
Marco
I
Bellet.
see it and it's fat,
Fucking
and
awesome.
I need it in my life.
And he's undeniably talented, which is the worst
Oh
part.
yeah.
Yeah, he has some raunchy material, but is good.
Have you heard? Did you ever see the one that went super viral? His Good Morning song. It's like a minute and a half long. Have you ever seen it?
Somebody get the fuck up and go to work or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I seen
I
that. Yeah.
woke Dusty up in Denver.
Yeah.
Like on like that, we had to get up at like 3 a.m. for the airport.
Yeah. Here. Yeah. It was like here. I'll play it. I'll play it really quick because I definitely really don't want to get banned. But you know, this went viral on. I mean, it probably went viral everywhere. Where did Avery go? Avery just loses. He just like left. Like his computer shut down or something. Anyway. All right. This is Morning Alarm. Yeah. It was like, Doc, what time was it? It was like 3 a.m.
Like 3 a.m.
And we had to wake up to catch a red eye from Denver to go back to like where we came from.
Yeah.
Here's Avery. And all right. So this is the Morning Alarm. I love this track. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Here it goes. This is for Zach. Since the other one was for Ramel, this is for Zach.
Oh.
You hear that?
Fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Gotta wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
So good.
Todd,
Yo.
not for nothing, but if you really wanna, if you really wanna send me a video that I'm gonna like, play the one I just sent you.
Oh Lord. Hold on.
I sent you one, Todd, too. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's been making the rounds again.
I
where'd you
also
send
have
it?
a video
Private chat.
Hold on.
because I just happened to watch a really hilarious R&B flavored video about eating booty hole last night.
We're going to end up in this weird like going down this like weird iceberg of like outsider music.
We're about to. Yeah, I can see this. Wait, I just.
Oh, I have a video to show you too. Oh, wait a minute, that's my OnlyFans page. Never mind.
Oh no. Jeez.
And Drew
MK
is
says the only
also
thing that
his
would really
only
sell this.
fan.
MK says the only thing that would sell this more is if his mom pops through the door, asking him to keep it down while his dad is resting.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's probably not far from the truth. To be honest.
You know, actually, I sent that song to my supervisor.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have a great relationship to where we can do stuff like that.
Yeah, it went super viral, man. That thing went.
I think the first time I heard of that guy was when he did a song called "COVID Fucking."
Yeah.
That was the first I've ever heard of him.
Here's one more. I was like scrolling Twitter last night because it was like with the TikTok ban thing, right? So someone had posted a thing like, "What videos are the reason TikTok should be banned?" And this was on there. So it's like 45 seconds long.
Let me see your booty hole. Is it brown just like it's so blue? Pink like Pepto Bismol. Let me see your booty hole. Baby, can you let me know? Can I see that booty hole? Let me see you. But it tastes like you ain't never took a shit. So good, baby, I can find the booty clip. Put my mouth on the booty, I'm singing it. Put some Cajun season on the booty when I'm eating it. Yeah, cause you know I like it spicy. Put a straw up in your booty, sip it like it's high C. I'ma eat it like it's ice cream. I'ma eat the booty like my name is Keira Knightley. Yeah, no pride, no fucking prejudice. Color, shape, size of the booty, that's irrelevant. Yeah, I'ma suck it like a peppermint. Bet your booty got a halo, heaven sent.
So weird and so gross.
Yeah, dude.
That's hysterical.
Hey, what's the what's the name?
Here tonight. He'd be.
What's the name of that video?
In his chair.
Romel wants the URL.
What exactly did Keira Knightley have to do with that?
It just rhymes with whatever.
Other than Pride and Prejudice.
I don't know. It's on TikTok, and then I had to just like use it on TikTok download.
I don't know. Maybe Keira Knightley's known for eating booty hole.
Do you know what the name of the video is for Romel by any chance? And then Zach shared he shared a dope song, so
No, because I know the perfect person to send that song to.
The booty hole song?
Yes. That's what I need.
I'll send you the link to. I'll put it in the private chat. I'll put the link to the TikTok, and then I use the downloader to download the song.
Yeah, you put Dope Smoker from Sleep. Sleep is awesome, man. They were really good.
They
Hopefully,
still are really good. Their last album came out a while ago, but it was badass.
yeah, they're really good.
You don't have to play the whole thing. For one thing, it's over an hour long.
I love High on Fire. So, all right. I won't play the whole thing because I'm a really good fan, but it was a whole album.
This isn't funny.
No, this is legitimate. Like,
Now you know everything you need to know about. Now you know everything you need to know about Zachary Arbel.
Yeah,
the song explains it all.
There we go.
Just, try and get to the bit where you know like the 5 minutes where the guy's actually singing about. Well, I say no. Can we do that without, you know, given the nature of the song? Can we do that without getting banned?
Probably not, but let me try it anyway. We're like stoner rock. So
yeah, I don't smoke weed. I just listen to this.
Zach, wasn't Matt Pike in this band who ended up going over to High on Fire?
Yeah, it was Matt Pike, Al Cisneros. All right, so for those of you who don't know anything about the late '90s, early 2000s stoner rock movement, Sleep was like one of the big ones. They put out an okay album called Sleep's Holy Mountain. It was okay. I mean they were swimming in the same pool as Cayuse and you know, which was fronted by Josh Homme, who later went on to found the Queens of the Stone Age. So they put out a record album. Then for the second album, they wrote this one. They recorded this one song that lasted over an hour about Weedians seeking out the rift-filled land and dropping out of life with bong in hand while they basically embark on a holy pilgrimage to Stone Jerusalem. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either, but it doesn't have to. And well, needless to say, it didn't go anywhere because, what radio station in the world is going to play a 1 hour ultra slow stoner metal song dedicated to weed, and which that's not going to happen. So the band broke up. Matt Pike went on to form High on Fire. Al Cisneros and the others, they went on to
which is interesting because it's like the same band just like sped up.
Yeah, and Al Cisneros went on to form Ohm, which is basically like the same band but slowed down even more.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few years later, they got back together. They put out a single that went out on Adult Swim of all things. Then they put out another album called The Sciences, which like a lot of these '90s bands when they get back together, it's just a cash grab. No, these guys when they get back together, they actually got better. So
here, just a quick intro. This is from like 15 years ago from High on Fire. They still do it. They're about to drop a new album.
Yeah,
I like these guys a lot actually. Check this out. So good, man. They're actually really great. Interesting thing.
The sound's not coming through that great.
It's not coming through.
No, it's like
Not good. It's muddy. It sounds like shit.
All right. Well, here.
I've heard them before. I don't.
Yeah, we'll do really quick.
Not to change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I got a con story if you want to hear it.
You got a concert?
Comic-Con story. But,
oh yeah, we'll do a Comic-Con story. Here, I'll really quick though.
Hey Todd.
Yo.
You know how Ethan has Flint Flossie? He plays that a lot.
Yeah.
I came across one that could be funny for us.
Let's do it. I'm starting to gather that stuff for the.
Okay, this is old, but it's been making the rounds again. I sent the link.
All right, well, hold on. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty metal. The animation.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
You know what it reminds me of? That Adult Swim show, Metapocalypse.
Totally. I think they actually were on it. And what's interesting though is he looks like a trailer park redneck, but he was like Juilliard.
Dressed up like, yeah.
He was like the guy that taught him guitar was Juilliard professor. It was pretty interesting.
Wow.
He's really, really good on guitar. He's really fucking good. I'm sure this whole stream is going to be banned now, but that's fine. Holy shit! You guys sent 4 things. Wait. Oh, Avery, you sent this. Is this the song?
Yeah. It's old, but it's been making the rounds again. That's how I found it.
Oh, have I? Oh no. This was not it. There was something else, but yeah, I'm gonna bookmark this. Let's share this. Why not? Let's make it a music. We got time. We'll do music, and then we'll do Comic-Con, and then we'll do stuff. It's gonna be a great night without Dusty. We got this.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right. Let's see.
Let's get retarded, everybody. Let's get retarded, everybody.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Let's get retarded. Come on, shit. Let's get retarded. Come on. Let's get retarded. Let's get retarded.
It's so horrible.
Look.
Yeah.
Put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then across your chest and try to bite your ear and go.
Damn, dude. I don't know. That's hard. That's
I
hard.
love it.
Hold on. I know that Doc just put something up. I got something for you too.
I love it, dude. I think it's hilarious.
That will get you canceled so quick.
It's still on YouTube.
What
seriously? Be able to work
it's still on YouTube. Multiple uploads.
My God. They must have missed that.
Multiple uploads. This one's been there for like 7 years.
Because I remember seeing that, and I'm like, yo.
Put your hand in the air, break your wrist, put your arm across your chest, and try to bite your ear.
No, Doc doesn't find it funny.
Hold
on. What is this?
Did Rebel fall out of his chair?
No. I'm good. I'm good.
Dude, that's so funny.
That's so wrong. God. All right. What's this?
On so many levels. God, even Al Bundy wouldn't cross that line.
No way.
This is some serious
I would.
auteur shit right here.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I've seen this. Is great.
You guys are fucking awesome.
This is awesome.
Wait for the space jazz. Gotta wait for the break.
That's so funny. That's so weird. It's so good.
So I guess they're in like this like electronic jazz, bass jazz band, like in real life. Unquote. Gotta wait for the end of the video though.
Yep, we're definitely getting banned.
Well, heck, play some.
Then there's this.
Oh! Oh, God. That's a that's terrifying.
Even tell me nobody's ever done that before?
What, pee blood? I have.
Yeah.
And a kidney stone.
Just me and Avery then, all right. You guys have not lived.
Oh, dude, it's terrifying when you see blood coming out of your dick.
All right. Anyway.
I've gone the other way, but never from my dick.
Anyway, have you seen
what?
This one?
What?
Oh, shit blood? I've shit blood too.
Look, Ramel, it's not. It's just one of those things that happens to Andrew once a month. It's fine. All right, check this out. This one made me laugh. What do you tell me what you guys think?
Can you make some noise for the one who they call the executioner and the seal? Oh my fucking gosh! Trust me, this one's a stinker.
Oh, I've seen this before. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is like an old.
Yeah, this is like 15 years old. It's actually pretty good. I like it.
It's actually really good, and if you're into like old school drum and bass and jungle dancing, like actual dance,
Oh shit!
the shit
Yeah.
matches up.
Absolutely on fire
Yeah.
tonight.
So good.
I got another one after this. I can't
All right.
I can't find the link. But have you
Oh.
seen the compilation they did where they're doing like black churches, but they're playing Uncle Luke?
No, wait.
I shit you not. That's a real thing.
What is this? This is like Uncle Luke.
Yeah, just no. Type in black churches Uncle Luke.
You should play some Flint Flossie too.
No. I Want to Rock. They're playing I Want to Rock against it. Put black churches I Want to Rock. Put that in.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna share this so we get this out. Let's see. I'm just gonna share the. I'm gonna share the windows until we find it, and then I'll have to.
Try the. Wait.
Sure.
Yeah, right there. You see the lady in red? Lady in red. That one.
This one right here.
No. Up top. Yeah, that one.
Church lady Doodoo Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is just a short, so hold on. All right. I know. Now I know what's coming. All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right. All right. Let me refresh this. Here we go.
Pop that pussy, let me see you do the
Jamming, man. Doodoo Brown. I've not heard that in a long time.
God.
No, when did that come out? That was like
That's
that
how
was
I dance.
early. Huh?
That's how I
This
dance.
stream is never. There's no way in God's green earth this stream is staying up live. You know that, right?
No.
That's totally a song that I've sung in church.
I got a real quick one. It's something I like to sing to my wife sometimes.
Oh
You
no.
ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
So I changed it to "You're Just One of My Hoes." She loves it. You're just one of my hoes. She fucking hates me when I do that shit.
I respect you more, Doc. So it balances out in the end.
That's actually a good tune, man.
That is a good tune. That's pretty cool. It's one of my hoes. So we will migrate away from the things that can give us copyright strikes.
Yeah.
I don't. Hopefully this stream is still live. And
Too late.
Huh?
I said too late.
Too late.
Might as well keep going.
No, we're good. So, well, let's see. We got Zach. Why don't you were going to tell us about a convention story? We'll migrate towards Andrew.
No, all right. Oh, I thought you'd forgotten I was here.
No.
All right. Sure. Oh, sorry. I'm still all right. Okay, so first of all, I did not realize that there were so many Comic Cons in Florida. It turns out there are a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Most like everything from MegaCon, and it turns out Orlando actually has 3 separate Comic Cons, including MegaCon. Two
Really?
of them, yeah. Apparently, there's a second one that's going to be in the Orange County Convention Center later this year. I don't think it's going to be as big as MegaCon, but yeah, there's a bunch of them. But for this specific one was Collective Con in Jacksonville.
All right.
So I get up early. It's the last day of Bike Week in Daytona, so I want to get the hell out of town because I've had my fill of like drunk middle-aged guys on hogs, like weaving unsteadily through what are actually very narrow streets on the Daytona beach side. You realize just how closed in this neighborhood is. But every year though we get like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of drunk assholes like riding hogs around and taking shots of whiskey in between like doses of Metamucil, or like they're riding around with their oxygen tanks strapped in the sidecar.
He's not lying. He is not lying.
No, I
believe it's Romel's future right there, right?
There are younger bikers there, but they're not riding Harleys. They're riding Yamahas or dirt bikes. And
is that just a generational thing? Who knows?
Yeah.
You also got scooters too.
Yeah, it's mostly a price thing. It's like let me put it this way: a brand new Indian motorcycle costs more than my truck.
Wow.
So
yeah, they're about
You're talking you're like a low end decent bike will run you about $8,000. I don't know.
What kind of bike do you have, Ben?
I have a Suzuki Hayabusa. It's a sports bike.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I mean, but of course, needless to say, I'm eager to get out of town. So I drive up 95 to Jacksonville, fully expecting Cthulhu to appear overhead because it is Jacksonville and weirdness just seems to gravitate towards there. And it took longer than I thought because I passed by 2 accidents on the way there. The first one was
the tracks too.
Yeah, the first one was just like a bunch of bikers broke down on the side of the road, and like one guy was actually like trying to run across the highway because like some of his buddies are on the other side, and that's why we were jammed up. The second one, there was actually a car on fire on the side of the road next to another car.
Yeah.
I got
that also tracks
because as soon as that flames hit the gas tank, goodbye. So but then so I made it to Jack's. I went to visited Andrew's shop for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, here's the thing. I like flea markets. I'm into that.
Yeah, me too.
I go to the big one in Daytona, mostly on days when it hasn't been raining because, as I found out the last time, if you park in the field outside and it's raining and you're in a heavy truck, you will get bogged down and have to call a tow truck.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, it was like it was a concrete parking lot. So I stopped there and visited. I walked around the place. It's a cool flea market. Noticed a lot of out of commission arcade games sitting on stacked up against the walls.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I mean, that's always a good sign. That's a sign that there's something cool, that there's cool shit there.
Oh, there's a story behind that. I'll tell it to you really quick. The guy who had the arcade up at the front of the flea market had an electrical fire one weekend and burnt down the unit. And
holy shit.
Started a fire, yeah. And the guy did not have insurance. So the property owners claimed all of the games that were still sellable. And they're currently selling them to make up for the damages the guy did to the unit.
No way.
He just handed them all over and said, "Do what you want." Yeah. So they've got them out there to be sold, and I think all the games, like any video games, were already taken. So it's a lot of like crane games and shit like that that's left over. But yeah, the guy didn't have any insurance and the store got set on fire, and yeah, they claimed everything. Damn. I was like, damn.
All right, so
that's why I have business insurance in case that ever happens to me.
So I visited in Andrew's store. I didn't stay there for very long because it was getting late and I wanted to get to the con. But I said hi. It's a really cool store. Check it out, Mr. Corner Comics. all the comics are cased, so you know they're valuable.
Every comic.
I snagged. Oh, by the way, he also has free single Kit Kat bars. Thanks for that, by the way.
Dude, that was just for you. Don't tell anybody about that. That's just for you.
Ray-Ban candy. Be careful.
Well, anyway, so go out, get back.
Fire candy. It's from 3 years ago.
Go to the convention center.
Just found it in a box in storage.
I will just say this: driving through Jacksonville is like driving through Brooklyn, only less traffic, but just as frustrating. Yeah. I've never seen so many freaking one-way streets anywhere except up north. So I made it to the convention center, but I didn't bother to check where the parking was. So I had to circle around 3 times before I finally found the parking lot for the place. Get in there, walk in, and it's a con. It's like if you go to any con, you'll see it's a bunch of old dudes like me, reminiscing about the good old days when it was just us geeks around. Never mind that back in the good old days, the cons were half as big and only had a third as much stuff in it. And basically a whole bunch of kids cosplaying as anime characters.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice a lot of people, a lot of young ladies with how shall I put this? Ample front equipment, who were displaying it to good effect. So thank you, ladies, for doing that. You made my day.
No pictures.
Unfortunately, no. I didn't want people to get the wrong impression. Plus,
they'll kick you out of a con
I got stuff for you
nowadays, buddy.
Yeah.
No, wait. You failed the assignment. But continue.
If I'm not being paid, it's not an assignment. It's a favor. So, and then that goes for everything. All right. So I went to one panel. Well, first off, I mean the big draw there was there are a bunch of panels. Like the big draw there was Katie Sackhoff, but she wasn't there to talk about Battlestar Galactica, but about the Mandalorian, and the less said about that, the better. I was going there primarily to see Timothy Zahn. Now, if you don't know who he is, he was the guy. He wrote. Now, he's been around for a while. He wrote Heir to the Empire, which was basically a continuation of the original Star Wars trilogy. This is before the prequels came out, and it was the reason why Star Wars it was one of the reasons why Star Wars had a major revival in the 90s. Because if you don't remember, after Jedi, Star Wars was basically dead. I mean, it still had fans, but there wasn't a whole lot going on. There are a few comics, that's about it. Zahn wrote Heir to the Empire, which basically continued the story. It introduced the character of Admiral Thrawn, and also introduced the character of Mara Jade, who unfortunately has not been brought back yet, which is sad. And he wrote a trilogy, and that kicked off the Star Wars extended universe. Beyond that, but then Disney bought Star Wars and basically put the kibosh in the extended universe. It's now called Legends, and well, suffice to say, what came afterwards is basically dog shit. That's my professional opinion. But so yes, I went to the panel. I asked him a question. I asked him what he thought about the old EU being canceled. I feel kind of bad about putting him on the spot though, because he is still being paid by Lucasfilm, so he probably couldn't
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be like, that sucks. They fucking blow.
Yeah, you can't do that because, and honestly, I don't think he does think that way. I mean, look, he's a jobbing writer, and he gave some good advice about being a writer, especially about going through the hard times. You just gotta stick through it, basically.
Yeah.
And he had a table on the main floor later where I got him to sign a sticker, which is now currently sitting on my which is now stuck on the side of my fridge, so I can't bring it here.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a good panel. The floor itself, it's all right. I mean, it was mostly there were no comics, Drew. So you were right not to go there. I mean, I didn't see one comic book retailer anywhere.
Really?
Not really. I mean, I mean, not really. There were no comic retailers. I mean, there were no booksellers. It was basically like tchotchkes, basically. You know, like a lot. I mean, there were artists selling like prints, a lot of anime stuff. There was actually there was actually one lady who was like doing commissions who actually had displayed prominently on the side of her booth. You know, I specialize in Yuri, Yaoi, and Fuda. And if you don't know what those because I think we don't have to get banned, and I don't want to add to the thing. But just look them up on the internet,
or don't.
Especially the Fuda part, because it's some people get off on that. I don't, but you know, whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat. What the heart wants, what it wants, and I guess it's apparently so does the penis. So all right. I'm not even gonna go there.
They had a furry costume workshop at Kansas City Comic-Con.
I'm pretty sure they would have had one. Oh, they also had a maid cafe.
Oh, sweet.
Which I did not go into, basically because it was like a separate charge. And also, I'll be honest, the only place I want to see, the only place where like really young women wearing frilly dresses should be attending upon, you know, fat, balding, sweaty, middle-aged old men.
It's my living room.
Or hostess bars in Tokyo. And by the way, if that's what you're into, you've got problems, or you've got way too much money, or both.
Or way too much money. Yeah.
Hostess bar, is that what you said?
Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah.
Maid cafes are basically like that, but you know they dress up like frilly French maid outfits.
Yeah.
They had that.
Miko.
Yeah, or Miko. It's they had that there. They had that at MegaCon, but the one at MegaCon you had to sign up for in advance because it got sold out. This one was open.
Should open one of those.
They had food truck. Very nice.
Pay with Bitcoin.
Yeah, basically.
There's so many weebs out there. It would work.
It totally would work.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Zach. Go ahead.
So no, it's fine. So I went on Sunday. So day before they had Brandon Routh, Trisha Helfer, like people from The Mandalorian. Sean Astin from the Lord of the Rings was there. He was also at MegaCon, and I just realized something. I think I mentioned this last week. If you are lucky to star in a show or a movie that has mass cultish appeal, like say like a Lord of the Rings or Battlestar Galactica, or
you're done.
Or Mandalorian. I mean, you can eat off that for the rest of your life. All you got to do is or like for at least a few decades. All you have to do is just haul your carcass from one con to another, and you walk away with the money. I mean, when I was at MegaCon, I saw Gigi Edgley, who played Chiana in Farscape. You know that old show from the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
She's still working off of that.
She should be.
More power to her. If you can get away with it. But like I said, the floor wasn't really anything to write home about. I mean, it was all like tchotchkes, cheapskates. A lot of guys selling like swords and nice swords and that, but they're all blunt. I actually made the mistake. I actually made a mistake. I used to walk around with a little bit of pepper spray hanging from my keychain. Exactly, but unfortunately, they were searching bags and pockets at the door, and I forgot I had it on there, so I had to rip it off and toss it in the garbage can.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk in there, and there's guys like selling, cheap fake samurai swords with they're not sharpened, obviously.
I don't think legally they can do that, right?
Yeah, and there's also people selling like prop guns. I'm trying to remember what else was there. A lot of really cheapo anime manga related stuff. Like those like wall panels you can get with like basically like and a manga woman like basically like with the big breasts and they're like that are bulging out from like the bikinis.
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Well, you turn it one way, they're wearing a dress. You turn it the other way, they're like they're like almost naked. It's not that. It's just there was no comics.
Yeah.
There was no maybe I was spoiled because I usually go to like MegaCon level stuff, but there were no comics. It just the panel was awesome, but honestly, for like $60, it didn't really.
Yeah.
It really wasn't there. I mean, I wouldn't have. The only reason why to go to something like that is if you really want to see the panels.
That's honestly why I kind of stick to like North Carolina, like Heroes Con, MegaCon is really good.
Be honest, I mean,
I'll go to New York Comic Con and San Diego, but I don't go there for comics.
I mean, there's nothing they were selling there that I couldn't buy. I couldn't find in my local flea market, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, the floor was fine. I walked around it. I mostly just go to look at the people, because cosplayers, especially female cosplayers. I mean, I'm a single middle-aged guy, so I got to get my thrills where I can find them, and they're okay. I mean, it was fun, but I left around 4 to go home, and it was fun. It was a pleasant way to spend the afternoon. But I don't think I'm going to go on any more cons this year. I mean, honestly, like I said, unless you're really into the panels or you're like really a hardcore cosplayer, what you find is that most of like the main floors, it's the same vendors selling the
same thing, same old.
Yep, same exact same thing, man.
The only thing I found that was really interesting was a guy selling a bunch of old Nintendo cartridges. Not a bunch of games I used to play.
That's a good gig if you can get going with that.
Yeah, really. What well, speaking of like Andrew, what new slab books you got for us, buddy?
Well, can I show you a couple photos real fast from my convention?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom and
because same thing, basically, Kansas City Comic Con, and I usually wouldn't like dox my family here, but I want to show you the building that it's in.
Okay.
It's the biggest convention place in Kansas City. Spans. I mean, that's not even all of it, right? I mean, there's an overpass. It has 2 levels, expo hall on top, meeting rooms and theaters and all that kind of crap.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
wow.
it's huge, man. It's huge, right? The line,
jeez,
like that. I mean, this was a couple city blocks to get in. Like they oversold it, and it was so uncomfortable to get in there. Last week, I showed you that thing my daughter made of the Scream and the Five Nights at Freddy thing.
Yeah.
So we got there. After the line and after I mean, it was really just like trying to get through the aisles is really difficult. And we finally got there. And they're like, well, sorry, Mr. Lillard is done seeing guests for the day. But that was the time he was supposed to start. But apparently, the dude had been there even from the outset. The line was like hours long, and he never left the table, right? So, like, she started freaking out. And I tried to talk to people like, look, my daughter, she's a little high on the spectrum. She did this art. Like, this is all overwhelming. She's freaking out. Is there any way? And they're like, no, I'm sorry. Jeez, and so I was like, well, do you have a marker? Right. So I got a marker. I had her sign the back, like, thank you for your art, signed her name, put our address and emails. Like, could you please at least deliver this to them? Which they did. And then she also did a watercolor of Coward the Couragely Dog, which I don't have a photo of, but it was really good because that voice
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog. And that guy was there. So my wife and her spent most of the time in line for that. I took my youngest through like the cosplay zone and kind of all that stuff to see people, and she enjoyed it. And then I meant to, like I said, I was going to try and hit the creators, like the indie creators, and just kind of chat with them a little bit about Web3 and stuff, and see, didn't get a chance to do any of that. Didn't get a chance to hit any tables. Again, like Zach said, hardly any comics. Most of it was just like, surprise boxes and shit. But then I stood in line for like another hour and a half for Chris Claremont because he wasn't just signing his name. He decided that he was going to do this snicked sketch, which was, block letters, snicked in red, 3 claws, and then some little, 3 or 4 word phrase that took this dude like 20 minutes to draw each one. So the line just never moved. It's like, bro, you don't art. Thank you. Like, continue. Really nice guy. By the time I got to him, though, I was just like, thank you for your story. He's really great. He's like, yeah, sign my thing. But I did get Emperor. I only got a couple good photos. Stormtroopers. These guys.
Cool.
These guys always have kick-ass Predator costumes.
Yeah, those Predator costumes are awesome.
There you go, Ramel. That's for you, buddy.
Yes. Finally, someone understands the assignment.
Yeah. I was like, hello, Rogue. I was like, would you mind taking a photo? And she was like, yeah, cool. And then the R2 builders, which are cool. These guys are cool. The G.I. Joe guys, they're always there every year. This is a new setup, though. Last year they had like a thing with like a mounted gun and crap like that. This year it was like zombie cobras. And then this Papa Emeritus guy. Here we go. Here's another one for you, Ramel.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I got one more, buddy. I got one more.
Wait, what was that one? There you go.
Yeah, Doc, you are that dude.
I am
Wait,
that dude.
go back one.
You are that dude.
Go back one photo. Okay, I'm just.
Oh,
okay,
that was good. They were like between Storm. No, but they were passing it like they were together. Storm and Harley, and they were together. And then she gave me a little sweet kiss.
Oh
yeah.
I was like, hello. I didn't expect that, but she, it was cool. So and then there's my Claremont signature on my X-Men 1. See, he hit it pretty good there. It looks pretty decent. That's actually book. I know that book's like not, it's like the most bought book ever in the world.
No, whatever.
I had 3 copies of it. I had that one. I had the Wolverine Cyclops cover, and then I had the special edition with the full gatefold, and that was in such good fucking condition. But there was like some water damage on the pages, and I was crushed because I had a water thing once and it ruined a bunch of books. But I got that one done. It's in really good shape. It's just rolled on this edge a little bit, but I'm hoping
you can press out water.
I know, and I should have, but I was there because I dropped it off there, and I didn't think of the time to press it. But you know what? Still, I'm hoping for it's the first thing I'll ever have slabbed. We'll see what happens when it comes back. But other like staples are good, spine's good. There's no creases in it. Like the corners aren't blunted. Like really, really good shape. So I'm hoping that little roll on the spine. I think it's being stacked probably because after I had this water thing, some of my comics got stacked in boxes. But anyway, yeah, it was cool though. But man, it was just like, and we were there like 7 hours, and I didn't really do shit but stand in the line.
Oh my god.
So many people. It was so many people. It was completely uncomfortable.
It was not good. It wasn't. So it wasn't. You wouldn't say it was good then.
No, I mean I didn't get to go see any panels or anything. They should have capped their ticket sales because it was the lines to see the celebrities was mayhem.
Jeez.
They had Ian McDermott there. They had David Keith. Who else did they have? Matthew Lillard. They had. He's got an NFT.
Matthew Lillard, damn.
Yeah. That's who my daughter wanted to see. He's got an NFT horror movie studio. Anyway, and a bunch of the last Airbender cast, voice cast, and some other people.
Right on.
They you could tell they spent all their money on Ian McDermott this year, though. As far as like the celebrity lineup, they cost him money. Because last year we had like bunch of Star Trek people and other stuff, but yeah, it was that he was the main draw. But yeah, but the thing is, you can't go bigger. You can't. There's no bigger place to go in Kansas City. So I don't know what they're going to do next year because I've never seen so many people there ever.
That's crazy. That's good for them, but damn, it sounds like they need to get their shit together.
It's $70 a pop, to barely be able to move through the thing and not enjoy or get a panel or whatever. It's just
see, that was the problem with the Comic-Con in New York Comic Con. It was held in this place called the Javits Center. Well, it's held in this place called the Javits Center on, I think is it the west side or the east side? I can't even remember.
West side.
Yeah, it's on the west side. It's basically it's like this. It's a big convention center, but it's New York, so the space is limited. So it's big, but not as big as like Orlando or probably.
They're not anymore. They built on a whole new wing on it. They built a whole new skyscraper next to it.
Well, when I was there, I guess when we were there.
Yeah, it's totally different now.
Yeah, because it was just too small. And the last time I went there, I mean, I spent I had 7 hours. When I kind of got there, when the place closed, I spent 3 hours of that in line. So I was pissed. So
MK says he's going to be back in Scream the way they've been trying to
repimp him.
Repimp him.
Yeah. Yeah. And there were kids dressed up in Five Nights at Freddy's costumes, little kids.
I always feel like that's a little wrong. Little kids should see that. Yeah. Andrew, how are you doing, man? How are your graded books? What's up?
Good, very good. Avery, you got a second?
I guess so.
Somebody traded in some Hellshock comics. I want to check and see if these are any of the ones that I got you before.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, well, I was going to show them to you and see if you recognize them.
Look at that stack of books by you, dude. They keep getting bigger.
This is issue number 3, but I'm not sure from which series.
Yeah, I'm not sure, dude.
Okay. How about this one?
I'm not sure. I haven't gone through the Hellshocks yet.
Just give it to him. Because I do the same thing, like Wildcats trilogy. I think I have like 3 complete sets.
Avery doesn't want 10 copies of the same book. That's why I'm trying to find ones that he doesn't already have.
Why wouldn't he?
Avery?
What?
Do you want multiple copies of the same book?
Oh, I could take them apart. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I buy multiple copies of the Walter Simonson Thors when I come across them.
That's right.
Well, these aren't Walter Simonson Thors, so...
Yeah, but still, they're pretty awesome.
Okay.
I'm not sure which ones I have.
I may have to check.
All right, so Andrew, what's up?
Not much, guys. Not much.
Were you going to show anything? I thought you were going to show something.
Oh, I can.
I've got you in solo layout. I thought you were going to show.
I do. I just love torturing you by sitting here not doing anything.
I could just take. Oh my God. That pile of comics next to you. I love it.
I'm trying to debate. So, if I want to show you everything tonight, or if I should show you half tonight and half tomorrow.
Split it up.
Okay. All right. Let me grab some books. This is a short run of Invader comics from the 1970s that I got a bunch graded. This is Invaders issue number 2.
That's wicked.
It's a really nice
gorgeous,
cover.
Man.
Oh, yeah. This is from 1975. You got a Frank Robbins and John Romita cover. First appearance of Brain Drain. I have no idea who that is, but great little action cover. That's definitely an adult fantasy type cover. Lots of characters fighting each other, This is issue number 3 from the same series from November of 1975. This one's a Jack Kirby and John Romita cover. It's got Captain America versus Namor on the cover.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
That's gorgeous.
Next one is issue number 4 from the same series from 1976. This Jack Kirby and Frank Giacone. Giacone, yeah, I guess so. All right, but either and Todd, this is a red cover. I know how much you love the red covers.
The red of that year, the dye that they used was so bright. That's just, it's way brighter than digital. It's unbelievable how bright that stuff is.
This is issue number 6, Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott cover. Another action scene with the heroes fighting some other heroes.
Wow.
Here's a good one. This is the first appearance of Union Jack in Invaders number 8.
You know, I do think I have to agree with you on the covers from the 70s being best.
Oh, yeah. This is issue number 9. This is Jack Kirby and Frank Springer on cover. This is really weird how they got different artists for each issue to do the covers, you know?
Yeah, that is great, though.
This is not the first appearance of Baron Blood, but it is an issue with him on it, so that's kind of cool.
I love the Indicia at the top, all the logos, like it looks so good.
And then this is a later issue. This is issue number 33 from 1978. It's also a Jack Kirby, but it's a Jack Kirby Dave Cockrum cover with Thor fighting Namor.
Wow.
But speaking of, this is one for tomorrow. But speaking of covers where it's mostly one color, but it definitely makes the cover pop, I got 2 for you. Some classic ones.
Oh shit! 9.4. Good haul, man.
Yeah.
Great job. The only problem I've ever had with that book is the stupid ad at the top of the cover. It's a classic cover.
Well, then you'll really like this one with the same yellow theme.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
That's nice.
Golly.
And this is the quote unquote death of Elektra.
Hold on.
Oh, really?
Yep. This is her death issue from Bullseye.
Yo, and how did you get, like, were those affordable?
Yeah. But both those both 9.4.
Those are cool.
They look great
That's
together
awesome.
next to each other. It looks really nice.
Yep. Oh. But
now, wait, just as a curiosity, like, what would those what are those going to retail for at the store?
If you give me a minute, I tell you. I think one's like 75, the other's like 100, something like that.
Good.
Within that range.
The death of Elektra is probably the 100.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yep. It's all good stuff, though. Oh, but then I have others I'll show you guys tomorrow.
Okay,
Teaser for tomorrow.
That's really, really cool. Let's say MK says, back in the day, how did you all satisfy your comic habit? Did you read in the shops, each buy some and let each other swap read, or could you all afford it?
Oh, we never shared. I don't think we ever shared.
We'd trade occasionally.
Bitch, go get your own copy.
Yeah, there was just stuff we had to miss. Like, or you'd make some money doing whatever. Like if you had a part-time job or if your parents gave you money, but you'd also just skip lunch and save your lunch money.
Yeah.
To buy comics.
Yeah,
You know-
that's
you know-
exactly what I did.
Like if you remember in high school, a lot of times you just see me drink a couple of milks for lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I was using my lunch money to buy comics.
That's right. The best diet plan ever, man.
Yeah.
I had to get a job at 12 years old. So I was working a part-time job at 12 at a place called Pick and Save. And
I remember.
And I was working, like turning those. I was working on the aisles, stocking stuff and everything. And at the time, I think Florida law was like you could only work 20 hours if you were under the age of like 13 or 14 or something. So I was making.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, not at the time. Yeah, 12 years old. 12 years old was when you could start working at the time in Florida. And so my mom was like, you need to start paying for some of your own stuff, because she was a single parent, worked like 3 jobs. So, but I didn't have anything to spend. You're giving a 12-year-old a check, and I'd get the money, and I had nothing to spend it on. I didn't care about anything else but comics. So I'd cash the check. They would give me a check, and I could take it, and and if I paid a little fee, they had some kind of like caching service there. So I don't even remember what it was. It was like 2% or 3% or whatever. But I could go ahead and get my cash from the grocery store, and then right next door was the comic shop. And so I'd walk over there, and if I had $40 in cash, I would go over there and buy like $40 in books because it was 99 cents, right? So I knew like I could just pick up like for a good long time I had everything until like my collection got stolen, but like years and years later. But that was it. And yeah, we used to so that's how I started for the most part buying my own stuff. And then yeah, like when we were in high school, we would go to each other's places and basically just like we'd be able to look at each other's collections, but we wouldn't be able to like, we never swapped. It was more about jealousy and rubbing it in people's faces and shit.
Now, unless you had like duplicates of the same book, which rarely happened, did we trade? But other than that, we didn't trade.
Yeah, I still have some of the books from back in the day. Like my Appleseed, like the Appleseed volumes I've had forever, and I'll never get rid of them. I still have them. I think I have. Actually, I think Ramel actually have one of yours.
No, you probably have a duplicate because one of them I had two of. I think it's like.
I have. This is the only one I think I ever got from any of you lame asses. This was, I believe, this was Ramel's. Hold on, I'm pretty sure. So I got the data book, and I was like, and the reason I got it from you, Ramel, is you had cut out some of the images for reference.
Nah, it wasn't me.
Like, right? Like it was like there was like a couple pieces like chopped out of it, right?
Nah, not me. I don't. Nah, I don't cut shit out of books.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I thought I got it from one of you guys, but yeah.
I got Slain. I got the first book of Slain from you, Todd. I traded something for it. I don't remember what. I don't remember what I traded. I think maybe one of my extra copies of Lobo #1. Because I think I had extra copies of it.
I think I had. You talking about Slaying the Horn God? I think.
Yeah.
I think I still have that book.
No, they're putting. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
They're going to be putting out an anniversary edition slipcase hardback this year. I'm getting that.
MK says, sorry, not swap, but more like read each other's stuff because your story knowledge is deep. Like, how did we get such deep story knowledge?
We bought a lot of the same stuff, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, we would fill each other in on other stuff that we weren't reading, you know? Plus, we read all the trade magazines that were out at the time.
Yeah.
Like Wizard.
Wizard, Comics Journal.
Everything.
Draw. We bought all that shit.
We didn't have, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we had, like, video game systems, right?
You had a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, but
I had a Sega Genesis.
Yes, yeah. But we weren't like gamers though. So we would read the comics and read the story, and we were always talking about the art and the anatomy and the storytelling.
Yeah.
That was what we did. That was like what we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
MK says Nerd Den beta. It's exactly what you are on with like this and like Nerd Den is what we've done since we were
teenagers.
14. Yeah. Like we've done
like,
this.
Freaking 30 years ago.
Yes. This is the exact same stuff. Like just talking about it and talking about the storytelling and talking about it's a little different now because the comics that are out now aren't that good. So we're not like sitting around talking about the storytelling. We should do that. That actually might be a fun thing to go through some books and actually talk about, like go through an issue or two. You know what I mean? Like maybe
I would love to do certain arcs.
Yeah.
Like X-Men had really good arcs. You had the one I really loved, and I think a lot of comics kind of followed suit, was with the Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah, that was great, man.
That was a really good arc, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on the timeline because a lot of different comics started doing the same thing, like with the Justice League. The Justice League had an arc similar to that to where one of their own had turned and betrayed them, and I think it turned out to be like Superman or something like that.
But to MK's point, like one of the things I was looking for something, but like there was so much. One of the cool things about comics was like you had the comic book, and then you had the trade publications. But at the time, there were also these amazing. There were so many good magazines like Comics Interview and Amazing Heroes that would interview the artists and writers and creators on their process. And like it was like I got one here, like this is Comics Journal. I was actually rereading it. This is Frank Miller, right? And the interview starts on page, what page is it? The interview starts on page, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so the interview starts on page All right, so it starts on page 44. So the interview starts on page 44, and the interview continues through page. Hold on, I'm still going. Through page 90. It's a 46, like a 36 page interview. I mean, you just got so much information, man. Like there was so much information, not just about like you could look at the comics and kind of see the comics and learn about art styles and stuff, but then you'd read the interviews from the guys, and you could learn the craft, like, you know, stuff like
there's nothing
pencil art by Will Eisner.
Exactly. There's nothing really like that graphic storytelling. I love that book.
Graphic storytelling by Will Eisner, and this one was awesome. I can't believe I still have this. This was and a lot of independent stuff too. Panel discussions. This is this guy from Savannah put this out.
And are any of those books still in print?
No. I think Will Eisner's you can get. The panel discussions you might get on eBay. But this is an interview with like Mike Carlin, Randy Stradley, Mike Waringo, Mark Schultz, Dick Giordano, Mike Mignola, Brian Stelfree, Scott Hampton, David Mazzucchelli, Chris Moeller, Walter Simonson, George Pratt, John Van Fleet, Mark Chiarello, Will Eisner. And you're just like, and it's like, and if you look at it, I mean, I know it's hard to see, but like, it's actually like samples of their work, and it's literally called panel discussions. Like they are talking about how they craft storytelling, their own perspectives, right? And it's mastery. It's just like you would do if you were going to direct a film.
Yeah.
You know, you watch a lot of movies, but then you also like learn as much as you can from the directors and the cinematographers how they compose shots, right?
Plus, there was Draw magazine, which had artists every month explaining what they do and why they do it.
Yeah, I got some more down
and we don't have stuff like that in comics anymore. That's regularly published and kept in print.
Right.
And that's the reason so many people, even the new fans, there's things about making a comic they don't know that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Because back then there was so much stuff out there explaining it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think the problem they have right now is there isn't, to Avery's point, there is nothing like that anymore. People have YouTube, but YouTube is kind of a shit fest. There's no like documentation of the craft. It's kind of like been bookended.
Yeah, and there's not even a glad hander like Wizard.
Right.
That's just that's just a height. There's not even a height machine anymore.
And it wasn't even. And the cool thing too was it was like, it wasn't just like, it was real craft. Like, you know, here's one Comic Journal. This is an interview with CC Beck, John Buscema, and Gil Kane.
Yeah.
And they're all talking about hack work. Like, they're talking about hacking, like being a hack and what that means to them. And like, and then, you know, it's like, oh, you want to see more. What if you wanted to see, you know, Art Adams stuff with all his sketchbook stuff or black and white? There would be entire magazines dedicated just to like the stuff you couldn't see. Or you would be like, oh, here's another book just purely on John Buscema. And it's just interview after interview after interview after interview. And so like, you really, like, you could find your master, right? As a wannabe apprentice, like you could find your master and read and learn like how they did their work, and take some like keys away from it, man. I learned so much from that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, doubling back on what Avery was saying about you have a lack of a hype machine. What was that? What was that magazine? Because remember the time back in the day, I remember it was specifically you. You were hinting towards the first appearance of Deadpool, Gideon, and another character in New Mutants '98.
Yep.
And that was before the actual issue hit.
Mm-hmm.
So by that conversation, I'm like, oh wow, this is a book that I need to get.
Marvel
But it was
Age.
your source of information, and
Right.
they don't really have that right now.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel Age was a thing. You know, Marvel Age.
Dope.
It was just a catalog of what they were putting. It was you were buying an advertisement when you bought Marvel Age, but it let you know what was coming out and previewed some stuff. Wizard, it was totally glad handing, totally a hype machine, totally pay to play, but it's still like Wizard sold more copies than the highest selling comics did for a while, like a good while, because people wanted to know what was coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, to where it's like, okay, it's instead of just like going out there blind buying comics, they gave you a guide. So again, that could have told you what to buy and what to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the thing they were selling you the hardest was the thing you wanted to avoid, but it put comics out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Wizard helped make comic artists rock stars. Some of these dudes were absolute rock stars, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Like here, look at this. I
Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Billy Tucci. These guys were huge. They had lines that would wrap around buildings.
Look at that. The Girls of Adam Hughes.
Yeah.
The comics interview.
Oh, Adam Hughes is I would hate to put him on my Mount Rushmore.
He's pretty close, bro.
But yeah, he'd definitely be in the neighborhood.
But see, like, this is what I'm talking about for MK. Like, this is why it was so important. Like, so Adam Hughes was at his height of his power when this came out. I mean, this came out in the 90s, I'm sure. But like, this whole magazine is nothing but a focus, an interview on him with like sketchbook pages and stuff. Look how thick this is. It's like 100 pages. Like, do you see how thick that is? It's a full magazine dedicated to one dude. And so like, you know, as a collector and as a fan, like, here, I'll put this solo layout. So like, look at this thing. It's a giant magazine, right? Focusing on one guy. And not only that, but it's like his sketchbook. So it's a massive interview, but then you're also seeing drawings that no one's ever seen before, because you know, all you do is see the finished illustrations, you know, that are published. But here's a sketchbook, right? So you're reading, you know, like you're reading stuff, and you're learning about the guy, right? Like, Ghost is my best story work to date. You know, my book in Vertigo's got a theme to it. Like, you know, you're talking about how they work, how the process, right? And so you can't beat it. You can't beat it at all. And yeah, they don't do interviews anymore. Now it's all YouTube. I think there are some channels that can do it okay, but there needs to be more, and I think that's actually one of the weird problems we're having right now is people, like, it's kind of like there are certain channels that'll do interviews, like Comic Kayfabe, you know, Cartoonist Kayfabe is really good.
Richard Friend
does some. There are some good interview channels, but those, because it's YouTube, it's not like comic YouTube. It's just YouTube, and so it's having to compete with like all of YouTube. So, you know, you'll have it, instead of being printed and getting, like, you know, I don't know, one of those magazines probably at the time would sell like 30 or 40,000 copies, which at the time was pretty low, but 30, 40,000 copies, you know, a YouTube video, you're lucky if you get 30 or 40,000 views on it, because it's not as YouTube wants drama and they want things that people are going to click on. And you can look at any channel and like any drama channel, which is most of them, that all of a sudden, like in the comic space, any comic space drama channel that all of a sudden interviews an artist or interviews a writer, it goes from like 50,000 views to like 2, right? Because it's not as engaging, it's not as dramatic on camera as it is like in a magazine format. So I don't think they've cracked the code. I don't think anyone's really figured out how to do it. I think this is honestly, man, this is one of the reasons why I think for us, like we've been thinking about doing like an animated show, like a kind of a Space Coast to Coast Cartoon Planet style show, is because I think we can bring people into the fun, and then we can do these live streams, kind of like behind the scenes stuff, and chill out, and that'll be an added bonus that might draw more people than like, you know, some of these other channels where they're just like showing, you know, some of the worst channels that are the ones that actually have really talented artists that just show themselves drawing, because everyone's curious about it. Like, oh man, I'd love to see a live stream that would show, you know, this person drawing. But then when they do it, you realize that it's just like a guy sitting there and you're looking at his hand and a piece of paper for like 7 hours. Right? It's not exactly like, to me, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but
have you seen so total sidebar but related, have you seen this is probably for Ramel, if not for Avery too, have you seen,
I think I know where you're going.
Okay, you tell me.
Is it the new Crow trailer?
No, I was actually still on the artist thing. Did you ever see when Action Comics 1000 came out, Jim Lee did a live stream, like a week or 2 long live stream of him drawing Action Comics 1000?
No.
And it's him start to finish drawing his pencil pages. It's actually fascinating.
Well, I mean, nobody can top the actual god of the craft, which is Bob Ross.
Bob Ross was awesome.
Yeah, nobody could top that guy. Yeah. I mean, that guy would turn a blank canvas into freaking masterpiece, and he did that like at, what was it, at 2:30 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. 2:30 to 3:30.
But I would watch the Jim Lee's Twitch sometime. It's really good to watch him draw, man. He's good.
Yeah, he's a master. But like, let's see if I can show you this. Let me I'll pull this up so you can kind of see.
I was watching an older episode of Cartoonist Kayfabe last night. It was last night, early this morning. They were going over the artist edition of Sam Keith Batman.
Sam Keith.
Dude, it's so good.
So check
like
this
his
out. Here. I won't turn on any audio. It doesn't really matter. So we can keep talking. This is but he did a whole series. There's like him drawing like maybe like 6 or 7 pages, I think. Right? And so he's answering questions. He was answering questions on stream, right? But then it's a 5-hour live stream. So he's like, oh, like, you know, kind of like the art, the comic book greats. But then he starts drawing the page, right? Like he'll sit there with his fat pencil drawing this page. And like, it's what I love about Jim Lee and like all these guys, like when it's at this phase, it's like any of us could do that shit. Like that doesn't impress me at all, right? You're like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Like there's nothing about this that looks difficult, right? And then you get into it and he's like, okay, he's like adding some shadows and some detritus and some trash. And like, okay, cool. He put the shadows in. It's still starting to look like a Jim Lee drawing. That's pretty cool, you know? And then he just starts to go in with his small pencil, his technical pencil, and all of a sudden it's starting to look like a Jim Lee drawing, right?
It's all about the process.
He just starts carving that shit out. It just erases
Yeah.
the shit out of those pages, man.
Yeah, that fat pencil forces him to draw with volume.
Yeah. Watch this. Like by the time you're like 2 hours in, all of a sudden, he's like got a face and it's like a Jim Lee, Look at you're like 2 hours in, and half that time was him like educating somebody on like just some anatomy and shit. He's just tearing it up, man. Isn't that great?
Oh, it's fantastic.
And then like by the end, let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like towards the end of the stream here.
It's a real education to watch him work.
Bro, look at that.
That's great.
Yeah, it's all about the process.
Yeah, it really is. He's got the best torsos in comics. I know that's like super nerd, but damn.
Yeah, he's almost like I would say he's like kind of what's that one artist that did Kingdom Come?
Alex Ross.
Yeah, he's real Alex Ross-ish.
He does, yeah. He's gotten very realistic with his rendering. Here, let's see. MK says we did a Space Ghost Coast to Coast at Free Play Florida for a number of years with the actual Space Ghost, George Lowe. Oh, awesome, man. Super cool dude. Was highly attended out the gate. Yeah, man. That stuff is so classic. He was awesome. I never met him in person. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that stuff. I love Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I think I worked with Clay Croker, the guy who did that. I didn't work with him during that. I met him after. But such a good dude. That Cartoon Planet, like I think that stuff is so underrated for the structure and for like the setup. It's actually, for me, it's really hard to get away from because I'm thinking about how we can do a show. And it literally is set up with I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna have a Space Ghost character, a Zorak character, and a Brat character. And I'm like, well, that might be too on the nose. I don't know, but it's really fun to think about for sure.
No, you could probably do. Weren't you drawing like that comic where you had us as characters or something like that?
Yeah.
Why not use that?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know.
And it's really funny you said that. Something else we could do, and it's just a thought. I'm just brainstorming.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good.
I was watching this. Watching this one show. It was called Riff Tracks.
Oh
And
yeah.
Riff-
MST3K guys.
The what?
It's the Mystery Science 3000 guys. After the show ended, they did Riff Tracks.
Yeah, I was watching Riff Tracks today with No Retreat, No Surrender. I laughed my ass off. That was so funny. I was thinking we could probably do something like that, like maybe once a month or something like that.
That could be fun. I like that.
Like just a shitty movie, just like make fun of it.
We absolutely should. I'm totally down. We need to. This is what we need to do. We need to start brainstorming for the next set, for the next step up. And,
Yeah, either where we won't get banned or nothing like that. Only show like clips of it, just like kind of ripping the movie apart. Like what? Like this shit would fly in the 80s, but not in, like something like Action Jackson. Like if we were playing Action Jackson, like look now we don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, no, we need to do it. We need to bring it back. Look at this fucking page, man.
And Todd, that might be a nice segue to.
I was thinking the same thing.
So what? Yeah. So what do we want to work on next, as far as our own stuff goes? Now that WAGMI's kind of in the camp.
Well, so we're working on WAGMI. The comic is in progress. Some of that stuff is going on. We did that for AF. We did the heist, and I'm kind of thinking, so we can get going on the heist. Like, I guess the question is like how much stuff do we want in the can? Definitely getting into production is important. So, I'm kind of thinking that we could probably organize the heist, get those notes and kind of from Lore Games and organize it a little stronger, like just kind of clean it up a bit, and that might be ready to go as either a novel or as a graphic novel.
I would I would say it's a graphic novel because but yeah, I like I like heist stories. I think we definitely got something there. We just gotta, maybe basically run it through the system a couple more times, maybe like smooth out the rough edges and fix maybe fix a few weaknesses.
Yeah. Look, I just want to point out really quick that this is on normal speed for Jim Lee. I didn't actually speed up the footage.
Yeah, I couldn't pencil a whole page in 5 hours.
He's just wherever his pencil lands, he puts a mark and it just works. That's the sign of a true fucking master, man. He's not worried. He's just relaxing.
I should have drawn more shitty independent comics when I sucked.
Yeah, me too. That's something that I regret. I wish I had just gotten busy and just started drawing comics.
Yeah. So what if they were garbage? Who cares?
Yeah. It's a lot harder when you're older. But no time like the present. So.
Oh, speaking of masters, not totally unrelated, but you all aware that Akira Toriyama died?
I know.
Yeah.
MK, thank you so much for showing up, brother. Appreciate you. See you for no more nerdery tomorrow. Absolutely. Yeah, man. You were a big Dragon Ball guy, right, Ramel?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama, he was kind of the equivalent of Stan Lee, just over in Japan.
Yeah, I like Dragon Ball too, man.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. It had good storyline. It had good storylines and good messages. But when Toriyama stepped away from the project, and they went forward and did
GT sucks.
Oh my God! It damn near buried the franchise, and a lot of people were not happy with it. And it was stagnant for a number of years, and then Toriyama finally returned to the project and appreciate it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that old either.
Yeah.
He was 67, 68, something like that.
Well, yeah, which is interesting because, mangaka have a tendency to pass away younger because they work so much, right? They are known to work themselves to death. But it didn't seem like he, again, outside looking in because I don't know at all, but it did seem like he put his time in and then pulled back. He wasn't, maybe I'm wrong. I don't really know, but it didn't, from what I looked at his biography, and it didn't look like he was on volume 700 of his latest thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm not 100%. I think he stepped away, and again, I can't remember the accuracy, but when he met his wife or something like that, he was doing it before he married her, but they never had a honeymoon because he was so busy.
Yeah.
And when he stepped away from the project, that allowed him to kind of focus on his marriage and actually have a honeymoon because he wasn't so busy producing, the content.
That's the same story, almost an identical story from the guy that did Naruto. When he finally stopped, he was like, I can now, I'm so happy because I can now go for a walk with my daughter.
Yeah.
He had his daughter was not a baby. You know what I mean? He just had never seen his family because they just live at the office and they sleep there and they just wake up and grind,
Yeah, it's
you think this is hard doing a page a day or something? Try doing 20 pages a week.
Yeah, that's kind of the story that's going on with the animation studio Mappa.
What's that?
Say again.
What's going on with Mappa? I don't know.
Oh, with Mappa, they produce a lot of top tier animation. I think they do Bleach, not 100%, but they definitely do One Punch Man and a couple other projects though. But the thing is, they're working their animators like slaves. I mean, they produce quality animation, like top tier animation, but they work them like slaves. So it's been leaked, like, they don't get vacations, and those deadlines are just grueling.
Yeah.
And that's a unknown, not a well publicized thing about certain comics is the deadlines. The deadlines is what you live and die by.
Yeah, those guys are hardcore, man. But like at the end of the day, if you had the choice of like grueling work schedule or working in a, I don't know, some weird corporate office, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's as crazy as it sounds. If I was Japanese and I was living over there at 50, I'd probably take working my ass off for an anime for low pay than working in some job where I had to wear a suit,
Well, they say doing what you love, it doesn't seem like work, but
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey Todd,
What's up?
So getting back to our stuff.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, your vote is to move forward with Heist as a graphic novel?
We got it workshopped.
Yeah.
It's a good story. I say go. I say like, let's take it forward to the next level. Just maybe do a second round of plotting.
Okay.
And then then move on to production.
All right. Do you guys want to? So Zach, you're thinking maybe next week we start doing lore games with kind of like a refinement on the Heist?
Yeah, that's where my vote is.
Okay. Wicked, man. And then we'll maybe during the we'll do that, and then maybe during lore games, we'll figure out like in terms of art and story, we'll figure that out. Like I think probably like in terms of like progress or production, I know Avery said he might be interested in drawing it. I don't know if I'm putting words in his mouth.
Yeah, I don't want to draw it.
You don't want to draw it? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll figure out the arts on the art side. But I think it's totally worth pursuing 100%. For sure.
Okay.
Wicked. Yeah, and it'll be, we're working pretty hard on the WAGMI book, and that'll be done fairly soon. I mean, we still got a little time on that. I was I don't want to give away too much production stuff, but yeah, we should be done with that pretty soon.
I'd be willing to color it or ink it or do finishes.
Yeah. I want to get Avery on a Jay Lee style book. Somebody can just sling ink on. The Devoid book.
Yeah.
See, we gotta get this stuff in the pipeline. But awesome guys. We'll keep talking in the green room because I think we can talk for a few minutes.
Hey guys, actually, there's something I need to discuss with you all once we're off camera.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna go ahead. Let's do it now. So everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us. MK, everybody else watching and watching the replays and all that good stuff. Thank you so much. It is Lore Games, which was kind of a nerd den. It's okay. We're super busy right now and kind of need to take a little break and take a breather before we start grinding again. We'll be back with Lore Games next Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow night is Nerd Den, also at 8 p.m., which will be more like this, but we'll have some good stuff. We got some artwork to show. I'm already setting up that show for tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Love you guys. Take care, everybody. God bless. Peace out. And man, read more comics. Let's get going.